But later, a kitchen fails to measure up.
Not enough work surface, that would be my first thought.
So can the charm of our mystery house win her over? Today I'm in Devon, which in 2006 gained official recognition for having its very own flag. Now, despite its recent design, the colours very much tell the story of this county's landscape. The green signifying the lush hills, the black the dramatic moors, and the white the coastline and the chalk clay mining industry. Now, with such iconic imagery, it's clear to see why the people of Devon are so very proud of their county's rich heritage. As well as being the only English county with two separate coastlines, over half of Devon's landscape is preserved and maintained with special protected status. Besides being the third largest county in England, it's also one of the least populated, particularly in northern and central areas. Mid-Devon is sandwiched between the open moorland of Exmoor National Park to the north and the tors and rivers of Dartmoor in the south. The River Dart, which meanders through this national park, is not only a haven for wildlife, but has shaped the heritage of its towns. Sitting on the banks of its estuary, the historic port of Dartmouth has been a point of entry and departure for ships over the past millennium, and its seafaring character is still very much alive to this day. Devon's beauty does come at a price. The average detached property here will set you back around £287,000. That's some £33,000 above the national average. And the south coast is particularly expensive, with properties in seaside towns like Dartmouth sometimes commanding double the national figure. However, if you move away from the coast or further inland to areas like the north of Dartmoor, you will find that your money goes a little bit further. So whatever your budget, you're sure to find a rich mix of property styles here in Devon. Devon's signature building type is the longhouse, typically built of cob or rammed earth, where the farmer lived under the same roof as his animals. Although longhouses are a common sight across the county, they're particularly concentrated in and around Dartmoor. Often dating back to the 15th and 16th centuries, these narrow dwellings retain an authentic charm, like this 4-bedroom property in Loxbear, which is on the market for offers above £400,000. Since the Bronze Age, Dartmoor granite has been mined extensively here. However, the quarrying of this durable natural resource dwindled in the last century, so that now it's a highly sought-after building material. A traditional property on the edge of a market town would cost upwards of £200,000. Perhaps one of the most recognisable property types in the county are the thatched cottages that lie in the rural valleys and hamlets. They often come at a price, but if you're up for a renovation, this 4-bedroom property in Chumley could be yours for £165,000. Let's see if any of these styles suit today's buyer. Janet lives in a 4-bedroom 1930s property in Fleet, Hampshire. Even though she was born and raised in a city, urban life no longer appeals.
I'm a country girl at heart, and I've just got this real hankering to move to the countryside now. Fleet's getting quite built up, there's been one new housing estate built, and it's going to get very, very crowded around this area, so I just want the open space of the countryside now.
She has her heart set on Devon, and the more rural the better.
I'd like to be inland. I don't mind a small village location, but I don't want anything that's getting on to be a town, and I'm quite happy to be fairly isolated as well. I don't mind if there's not near neighbours. That suits me down to the ground.
Janet will be accompanied on the move by her beloved dog Shadow, so the house has to suit both their needs. Janet loves making cakes, and Shadow needs more outside space. Probably my two main criteria is the kitchen, and the other thing is the garden. I need a bigger garden. It'd also be quite nice to have an annex or an outbuilding, whether it's converted or unconverted, because I quite like the idea of getting back into holiday accommodation, and it'd be a source of income for me as well once I moved. When she finally moves to Devon, she has her own plans on how to make new friends. One of my hobbies is dog training and dog agility. He enjoys it, I enjoy it. I've met some really, really good friends, and it's a really good way of socialising. Family is important to Janet, and her 3 sisters are happy to help in any way they can. My sister Jo will be coming with me to look at houses. I think she's going to be a great help to me, because she's very sensible anyway, but she'll bring me back down to earth if I'm looking at things which I really shouldn't be looking at. Jo is older than Janet and feels she can offer her some good sisterly advice.
I've obviously known her since we were babies, so I've seen her go through all the houses that she's lived in, and I've known where she's been happiest. And I think that I could probably recognise a place that she would be happy again in, which would be lovely.
And Jo hopes there'll be some benefits to her sister living in such a beautiful part of the country.
We had some lovely, lovely holidays in Devon and Cornwall, so yeah, we would definitely be visiting. Got to make sure that the spare room's really good. You don't want much, do you?
With her house already on the market, Janet has a clear idea of what she has to spend on her new home.
My maximum budget for the move is £425,000, but for that I would like to see a holiday business opportunity.
Janet wants to immerse herself in the heart of the countryside, but she also wants to be within easy reach of the coast and have good transport links to friends and family living in London. We'll be focusing our house search on the villages of central Devon around Dartmoor National Park. Time to meet her and sister Jo to find out more about the specifics of the move. Hello, good morning ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you for bringing me out here to Devon. So what's attracted you to this county?
It is the beauty of it, the open spaces, you've got the moors, you've got everything, and if you want, you've got the seaside.
You're living in Hampshire, or Fleet at the moment,
Yes.
so quite towny.
It's becoming quite a big town, and it's just not the same as it used to be.
So now you're looking for something a lot more rural?
Yes, I like rural. I do rural. I'm much more a country person than I am a town person.
You've got the support of all your family with this move. Jo, what do you think is important for Janet in this house?
I think a little bit of land, because she's missing that at the moment, and a big kitchen, somewhere that she can do her cooking. She loves cooking.
I understand it's not just a property you're looking for. There's also potential for a business?
Something with an annex or something that's got a building that could possibly be converted to a holiday let would be ideal.
The house itself, is it got to be huge?
No, not particularly, because it's only for me and my dog and my visitors.
And the property itself, I mean, how many bedrooms? What do you want
I
it
would
to be
like 3 bedrooms, really. 3 bedrooms minimum, and I prefer the older style property. A quirky house, or a house of character at least.
Yeah. Anything else? I'm going to stop you right there. The good thing is we have found 3 wonderful properties to show you. One of them was the mystery house.
Yes, I'm looking
ready
forward to that.
Yeah. But for now, should we go have a look?
Yeah, okay, lovely, thanks.
With a maximum budget of £425,000, Janet would like a detached 3-bedroom character home. She has her heart set on a spacious kitchen for baking cakes, and she'd like a large garden for her dog to run around in. Finally, she'd like an outbuilding or annex to convert into a holiday let, all wrapped up in a rural location. We've got some superb country homes to tempt our buyer with, although I'll be keeping quiet about the price tag until the end of each house tour. As ever, our final choice is the mystery property, which takes our house hunt in a completely different direction. Now it's time to hit the road. You are thinking of starting a business. That's a big change, isn't it?
It is. I would like to have a holiday let, because I like meeting people. It's a nice sociable thing to do as well.
It's something you'd like to start small and grow, or?
I just want one to start off with, I think, because that's enough for me to cope with on my own, and then see how it goes. And I'd like to have something that could be dog friendly, which is another reason why I sort of wanted the countryside, because it would be a much, much better place for dogs.
Especially Shadow.
It would. He's going to love it. He's going to love it, as long as there's not too many sheep.
For our first property, we're travelling 20 miles northwest of Exeter, a short drive from Cholmondeley. Dating back to Saxon times, this quiet town still retains its historic charm. The streets are full of thatched buildings, local pubs, and a church dating back to the 14th century. It looks picture perfect, but to give Janet an insight into the community, I'm taking her to meet a local shopkeeper to learn more about what it's like to live here. The village shop, I mean, it's the heart of a village, really, isn't it? You must get to know everything that's going on in Cholmondeley.
We do, and we're a gathering place, and I'd recommend any small shop anywhere to actually open a little tea room as well.
Do you get many tourists here?
A few. They do come through, a lot of walkers, but generally we rely on our local trade.
Yeah.
And it's a really good village community here.
Definitely. It's fabulous. I've never known a place like it.
Yeah.
Really haven't.
You stock an awful lot of local produce as well, don't you?
Yes.
I noticed the cheeses and that, a lot of the local cheeses.
Yeah, we try and keep local.
What's so special about this village?
I would say the people. The people, the charity that they do for charity is amazing. I've never known a community that gives so much.
Well, that's very good to hear.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to be looking at a property not so far from here, so
Thank you
good luck. Okay.
Thank you.
With an idea of the community she would be buying into, it's time to take Janet to our first house, 11 miles away in a splendid rural setting. Right. This is it.
Much bigger than I was expecting.
Yeah,
Is it just one house?
Good question. It's actually 2 former cottages which have been knocked together to make one. So it's not too much for you then?
No.
Yeah, that kind of size is what you're looking for?
Yeah, the family would like that one as well.
I think so. Yeah, it's a big smile on your face.
so.
Yeah. It's a fantastic start.
Do you like the slot?
Let's take a look inside. This wonderful property is made of traditional stone, cob and brick. Just the ticket for Janet, who wants a period home full of character. Let's hope her enthusiasm continues as we step inside. Now, how about this for a kitchen?
It's lovely. I've just spotted the range.
Have you ever cooked on one of those before?
No.
That'd be your experience, won't it?
It could be, there's a real art to it. And it is big kitchen because the size of that table is enormous. If that wasn't there, you'd really see how big it is.
And as well as all this space that you have, you also have a big walk-in pantry.
I do.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Through there you've got a little utility room, but then it leads through to an even bigger one which runs along the side there, which is like a real laundry room, and then leads to the outside.
Wonderful.
Even though it's a nice sized kitchen, it's still cosy, isn't it?
It is very cosy. You could imagine everyone sitting around here while you're cooking, couldn't you?
What a cracking start to our house tour. I've loved the way you've reacted to the kitchen, and I think you're going to continue to love this property. Come with me this way. Fantastic dining space with another fireplace.
Oh yes, this is really nice.
It's really nice, it's lovely.
And through here, look at this for a living room.
I like this, it's cosy, isn't it?
It's a good size. It
is.
But again, it's big. It looks cosy.
It does,
even though it's big size.
And I like the fireplace again.
Yeah.
And nice and practical with the dog.
Yep.
Very practical flooring with the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even more space, because they built this conservatory out here so you can enjoy the sunshine when it comes through. You've kind of got a cosy sort of more wintry evening room. Through there, we've also got 2 good spaces which are currently used as offices, studies. Do you need that?
Oh, it's always handy. I could see the family in the dining room at Christmas. I could see everybody sitting around the table in front of the fire, and it'd be lovely. I could see a great big family Christmas there.
If you're seeing Christmases here, then that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah. Just need someone with them all to sleep now.
There is that, isn't there? So shall we check out upstairs in the bedrooms?
Okay.
Upstairs, there are 5 bedrooms in total, giving the family plenty of space to stay in a range of single and double rooms, which are served by 2 bathrooms. But we'll take a peek at the master. Now, Janet, this could be your bedroom in this property.
It's a nice bedroom, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
I like the low down window. Yeah.
I think it's a really nice size again, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
It's big enough.
Yeah.
And you've got the wardrobe over there, built-in storage. So that's always handy, and there's enough room for another wardrobe, so there's plenty of storage in here.
The house seems to be a winner on the inside, and outside the whole plot extends to 1/3 of an acre. But there's something else that I hope will get Janet excited. See a double garage there, and you'll probably notice that window at the top.
I did, yes.
Now it is still a garage at the moment, but it has been boarded. It's got 2 floors, and it's got plumbing and electricity already.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm thinking potential annex.
That's it, yes, yeah.
A lot of house with the potential for a business, but the question is, how much do you think it's on the market for?
I would go 470.
Oh, I'm going to go a bit less than that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go a bit less. I'm going to go 440.
And at 440, could you stretch to that?
I'd have to consider it because of the amount of work that I'd need to do to convert it for the business.
Well, let me help you out here, shall I?
Yeah.
This house could be yours for £395,000.
Good grief. No, I wasn't
amazing.
expecting that at all.
Oh,
no.
you could do all the work.
I could do all the work and
Yeah.
still probably keep within my 425 budget, top budget.
That's really surprised me.
Yeah,
That's
that surprised
amazing.
me actually as
Yeah.
well. I'm shocked. It is a lot of property for the money.
It
An
is.
awful lot of property for the
It
money.
is.
Yeah.
Worth serious consideration.
It is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thinking caps on, head
Yeah.
over to that annex and have a look. And start
Okay.
thinking about what you could do with the spare cash
Yeah.
and your new business.
Okay.
Off you
Great.
go. I'll see you later.
Okay, fine.
Under budget at £395,000, the price and potential of our first property was a welcome surprise for Janet. It provides her with a large sitting room featuring exposed beams and a fabulous fireplace. There's a kitchen with plenty of workspace for Janet's baking. It has 5 bedrooms, and there's a double garage with an upstairs studio room that could be converted into a holiday let, subject to the appropriate planning consent.
Oh yeah, Janet, this is good space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see this converted.
yeah. If you had a bedroom and then a bathroom,
Yeah.
if you wanted to make it into a holiday cottage, little cottage.
When I first saw the property, I was quite surprised. I was very surprised at the size of it. It was far larger than I thought or even imagined that it would be possible to have. Shadow would have a lovely time out in the gardens. He could be out there to his heart's content. He's a real outside dog. The property has so much potential with it being under the budget.
I think that this property is just right for Janet. I can see her in it. I love it. And if I was looking, I would certainly be interested in moving here.
Now that's one bell, isn't it? There we go. Seems to have done the trick. That's the only way I was going to get you out there, wasn't it? Ring that bell.
Yeah.
This is only the first house. The weather's taken a turn.
It certainly has,
On to
yes.
the next one. Come on.
Okay.
Dartmoor National Park is home to 450 miles of public footpaths and is an outdoor playground for 3 million visitors who come here to climb, horse ride or walk its rugged terrain. However, there's a dangerous and wild side to this area of natural beauty. It's easy to lose your bearings, especially as the unpredictable Dartmoor weather can close in at any time. Last year, one person every week went missing or lost their way on the moor. For this reason, the Dartmoor Rescue Group is a vital lifeline. Set up in 1968, the team is now made up of 120 volunteers, and they also have 4-legged help at hand. With Janet's experience of training dogs, earlier in the week we sent her to meet dog handler Dave Humphrey, and of course, one of their very special canines.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm Jo.
And I'm Janet.
Welcome to Dartmoor. This is Rusty and Dee Dee's in the back. I'm a member of the Search and Rescue Association, based literally on Dartmoor, Exmoor and Cornwall. What we do is we basically go out and look for missing persons and vulnerable people on the moors. We're out in all weathers.
Are you called out often?
Yeah, you're looking at last year, I think it was 187 call-outs for missing people.
They do it by scent, do they, the dogs?
The dogs do it by
Yeah.
air scent. They're searching across the wind for the strongest human scent they
Oh,
can
right,
find,
so
and
they-
they'll follow that to its source.
How long do they take to train?
They train roughly about 2 years. You start them off 6 to 8 weeks on speaking on command, barking for their dinner, and then you extend various exercises all the way through.
The dogs play a key role in Dartmoor's search and rescue team, allowing the crew to find people lost on the moor in thick fog or complete darkness. Although the dogs track by scent, the exercises also test their listening and concentration skills.
So one of the exercises we'll do is what we basically call the speak on command. We'll stand in a triangle, and the exercise is that we're going to give you the toy, Janet. You'll throw it to each of us in turn. The dog should sit in front of the person with the toy and bark. Then the toy goes to the next person. When it gets back to you and he sits and barks, that's the reward. And that is actually his signal when he finds them. Go on, away you go, find him. Go on, away, find. Where is he? Good boy, there you go, Rob. What a good lad, good boy, good boy.
Janet and Rusty the dog have found what they were looking for on the moors. Fingers crossed we have a keen nose for finding our buyer her perfect property as we return to our house search. Our second property is around 19 miles west of Cholmondeley. It's close to Great Torrington, a small market town perched on an inland cliff with spectacular views of the surrounding countryside and with the River Torridge running below. Its geographical position meant that it played an historically important role in the English Civil War, when in 1646 the Battle of Torrington marked the end of royalist resistance in the West Country. Let's hope Janet will remain on side when she sees our second offering. There's sunshine, lost the rain, and here's the property.
Very different to the last one.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, very different. It looks interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the look of it.
Yeah, but one of the big draws with this property and the reasons we really want you to see it is because as well as the house, it comes with an up and running holiday let business already.
All right, okay.
Oh, that's made you smile.
Yeah.
Changing things already, yeah?
It is, yeah.
I think I've warmed you up to this a little bit more now. Come and have a look inside. Come on. That open-minded response is encouraging, which hopefully we can build on inside. Straight through to this side of the house,
Right.
which gives you your living room.
Okay. It's got its fireplace again.
Yeah, so it's got a fireplace, you've got a
Yeah.
wood-burning stove there, conservatory.
Yeah.
Big enough, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Well, we started on this side. Let's wander over there because we've got the
Okay.
kitchen and a bit more space. After you.
Should we go? Right.
This isn't a bad size, is it?
No, it's not big enough though.
It's,
Takes the point.
I was going to say there's not enough work
Yeah.
surface. That would be my first thought.
But
It's-
then you don't have to do the cakes necessarily.
I
the
do like a
bigger
big kitchen and I do like my big work surface.
Yeah.
I've got to tell you though, out that door, you now have a dining room space out there.
Oh,
so
right,
do you have some
okay.
more space? And there's always opportunity for you to
Yeah.
maybe look at changing things around and a utility room as well. I think the bigger picture of this property is the business that comes with it
Yeah.
as well. But
Yeah.
upstairs first.
Okay.
As we continue, I'm sensing Janet is not really warming to this property, but maybe the 3 bedrooms upstairs will win her over. There are 2 singles, one of which is currently being used as a study, and there's a good-sized family bathroom. But we'll explore the master. So you've got a good-sized double bed, obviously you've got the wardrobes and quite a lot of storage.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Small.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's a workable size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bedroom, isn't it?
it is.
So you,
Yeah.
You just need
Yeah.
something to put.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is workable. And
Yeah.
at least it has got all the storage, which is a bonus.
Yeah.
How are you feeling in this house?
I don't get much feeling for it, but I'm going to wait until I see
Yeah.
the holiday side of it.
Shall we help put this in perspective then? Go and
Yeah.
have a look at that holiday let business.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Right,
the
back
thing.
down the stairs.
That might be where you like to stay in your property anyway.
And then I'll change. I'll change your mind for you.
It seems like it's going to take something really special to get Janet to change her mind about this house, and that's exactly what I've got in store. Right, come and have a look at this.
Okay, can I let the house and move in here?
Do you know what? I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, that would be an option, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very well done, isn't it?
It is, it's lovely.
For holiday let.
Yeah.
You've got this lovely living area. They've dug down here and created a lovely kitchen, 2 good-sized bedrooms and a bathroom. And I think they've done a fantastic
They
job.
have.
They have.
Yeah, it is, it's lovely.
And there's a little bit more to show you because it's not just this. You have got some outbuildings and a gorgeous garden. So let me show you that.
Okay.
Yeah, back out this way. It's good to see Janet finally smiling. She clearly loves the holiday cottage, but will that be enough to persuade her that the main house could work well as her home? I'm sure we'll find out soon enough, but first we're viewing the garden. Gorgeous garden. It's got so much character and I think they've done a really great job.
Yeah.
From here you can see the house, obviously. You've got this lovely pond and the little bridge.
Yep.
Looking over to the holiday let.
Yeah.
And this is a great space for guests to come
Yeah.
and sit and hang out. You also get this triple garage, so loads of storage space and space for cars. And then a little bonus at the back there, you've got chicken coop. And the chickens come with the property. And that's it, you've seen it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you get the total picture of
Yeah.
this property.
Yes.
Understand
Yeah.
why we brought you here.
Yeah, I can understand why. So,
So now it's the big question. How
Oh.
much?
I'm going to go for 450. Yeah.
And I was rubbish last time, but I'll give it a go. I'd say possibly a little less, 440.
You're getting better. You're going the wrong way.
All right, okay.
This property's on the market at £410,000.
Okay. So that's still within my
Yeah.
budget of what I said.
Yeah,
it is.
Well within my budget of what I
Yes.
said.
And you wouldn't have anything to do to the...
No, that's just perfect to just
That's right.
go.
Well, go have a look around and think about it, because it's very, very different proposition
Yeah.
from the first,
Yeah.
but equally within grasp.
Yeah.
Yep.
And off you go.
Lovely.
Okay, I'll
Thank
see you later.
Okay. Bye.
Ooh, that's thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, hasn't it? No, the house hasn't got the character of the first, but it does offer a great business that's up and running, and you can see the cogs going round in Janet's head. Although it seems that Janet hasn't fallen in love with our second house, priced at £410,000, it is under budget and offers her a generous package with business potential. It has a large living room with fireplace, 3 bedrooms, a mature garden with a pond, and a 2-bedroom holiday cottage.
Oh no, this is a nice space. I could see this changing it into a kitchen for my cake making.
Actually, couldn't you? Because it's got the plumbing already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
obviously got electricity here.
Yeah.
And you've got plenty, if you cleared it all out,
Yeah.
you've got great big work
surfaces,
surface in
yeah.
the middle.
My initial thoughts on the house is, oh, Janet's not going to like this. But then there was the prospect of the holiday let, which was very important.
When I initially saw the house, I just didn't think it was for me at all. It didn't seem to have the character that I'd want in a house. This could be my last move. It could be where I want to sort of end my retirement days as well. So I have to consider, is that the house that I would like to stay in for the rest of my life? Or am I just using this as another stepping stone?
Oh yeah, it's still gloriously sunny out here. Really has brightened up.
Yeah.
Had a good look round now?
Skyline, it marks the end of the first day of our house hunt. With a budget of £425,000, Janet wants to escape the town of Fleet in Hampshire and pursue a dream of living in rural Devon. Our 2 properties so far have provoked very contrasting reactions. Where the kitchen failed to impress in one house, she was enraptured with the other. But it's never a done deal until we've seen the mystery house.
This is beautiful.
And I'll be tasting a local delicacy.
That's delicious.
Yesterday we showed Janet 2 very different properties. The first offered her a near perfect home, but with a business that she'd need to start from scratch. The second, the business was a going concern, but the property she'd probably have to do a little bit of work on. So for our mystery house, we're just going to keep it simple and see how she reacts to that.
Our last location is found 20 miles south of Great Torrington, close to Oakhampton. This vibrant market town, located on the edge of the Dartmoor National Park, has a rich architectural heritage from the time when it served as a staging post on the London to Cornwall route. A couple of miles from here, our mystery property offers up a slice of local history in the form of this stunning 18th century cottage. Traditional and picture postcard it may be, but there's one essential element missing.
House number 3, and you can get a good view of it from about here, I'd say.
Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yeah.
Yes, so pretty.
What are your thoughts on having a thatched roof?
Wonderful.
Oh, good.
Yes, I love it. I love the idea of it, yeah.
This is not the only thing with this mystery house, the thatched roof. The other thing is that it doesn't come with an up and running business.
Okay.
This house is all about you, your lifestyle, and getting a gorgeous country cottage
Okay.
in Devon, okay?
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Relaxed. Sounds relaxing. Doesn't give me the income, but there's always other ways.
Well, the outside is certainly gorgeous. Shall we go
It's
inside
beautiful.
and have a look?
The smiles and laughter say it all. Janet has already fallen head over heels in love with the exterior of this 300-year-old cottage. Let's see if she'll be impressed by the interior.
Right.
This is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Wow,
Yeah.
indeed.
This is absolutely beautiful.
You've got the beams, oak beams, all this wood through in a huge hallway, isn't it?
It is a huge hallway. It's almost like another room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're impressed with this, I think you're going to love the next room.
Lovely. Can't wait to see it.
Right. This could be the living room.
This is gorgeous.
Oh, it's
that
lovely.
fireplace is just...
So impressive, isn't it? Proper
It is.
Inglenooks, got a bread
Yeah.
oven,
Yeah.
heats up the house. The chimney goes right upstairs, so you've got the warmth running through. And the whole family fitting in here?
Oh, very easily, yes. Yeah.
Like it? Or are you thinking
I do.
about how you might fit in? And we haven't even seen the kitchen yet.
Yeah.
Come this way. Lots of lovely areas and great features throughout this property. But down here is the kitchen.
Oh, no, this is a nice kitchen.
Oh, this is lovely, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, look at the fireplace in it as well.
Oh,
Again,
Yes,
another bread
really.
oven.
Yeah.
Really deep windows and thick walls.
Yeah.
Which means you've got a lovely warm house in the winter, cool in the summer.
Yeah.
Is this big enough for your baking?
Oh, definitely. There's lots and lots of work surface.
And a feeling on not having a business and maybe just enjoying your home for a while. Let's check out upstairs.
Okay.
I know how important the kitchen is to Janet, and this one is clearly the icing on the cake. Let's hope she gives upstairs the thumbs up. There are 4 bedrooms, including the one where Janet could be sleeping.
Come on through.
This is a nice size as well, isn't it?
So you
Yeah.
put your head round there. You've got a ensuite shower room.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a nice room.
Could you picture it being your bedroom?
Yep. I could.
Oh, that's very positive.
Yeah.
No hesitation there. Is this what you've been picturing your sister, your little sister, moving into?
This is something that I think that should be really, really happy in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, decisions, but you've got to see the garden yet. Come this way.
Besides the family bathroom, there are 3 further bedrooms. One set up as a study and 2 generous doubles offering plenty of accommodation for visiting family when needed. Now it's time to step outside and take a look at the back garden.
Come on out here. It really is gorgeous, this garden. Quite a lot of space and a wonderful view. The back of the house from here. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
So all in all, your garden's about half an acre.
Wow.
From back here, you've got your utility room, this lovely little shed. I love this little area here, the patio.
Yeah.
Great vantage point. And as you can see, the garden goes down there. And there's this, the garage, which they put a thatched roof on, so it's in keeping with the rest of the house. So how much do you think it's on the market for?
I'm actually going to go just slightly under my 400. I'm going to go for 390. Yeah.
I'm going to go 410.
This property will cost you £425,000, right on your budget.
Still very good though, isn't it? Good price.
It is, yeah.
About 30 grand more than you thought it was.
Yeah. It's still pretty.
Well, go and enjoy that
Yeah.
beauty. Go on.
Okay.
Revel in it.
Lovely, thanks.
And I'll see you later on.
Okay.
Janet seems bowled over by our mystery property, although it means she would have to ditch the holiday let idea. Bang on budget, this 18th century character cottage gives her a generous living room with exposed stone fireplace, a great kitchen for her baking, 4 bedrooms and a generous garden for the dog.
Oh, this is really, really big room as well.
Oh gosh, it's a great
In
size.
fact, I think it's almost as big as the master bedroom. I love that big area up there. It's definitely room for keeping loads of knickknacks or clutter.
No clutter.
No clutter. No clutter. Knickknacks. No, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Really unusual. As soon as you walk up and see the property, it's just so chocolate box and typical of what you expect to find in the Devon countryside. It's probably what I was born to live in. This is probably the house that does get me more excited about moving to Devon more than any of the others at this stage, and it is really worth serious consideration, I think.
As soon as I saw this house, I thought, yep, the style of this house is just so Janet. She's really got to think seriously about this with the financial aspects and the lifestyle change, really.
Hello there.
I know.
Seen everything now?
Yes, had a good wander.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got your head around it all?
Yeah, I think so. It's a lot to take in.
It sure is, isn't
Yeah.
it? Well, let's
Yeah.
go sit down somewhere, see if you made any decisions.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
For centuries, Devon's landscape and its natural resources have played a key role in its economy. While farming is the dominant feature inland, the historic coastal villages have looked to the sea. The waters of the south coast are home to one of the largest and most productive brown crab fishing fleets in the UK, netting an income of £6.8 million a year. It's also home to its own native species, the South Devon brown crab, which is gaining recognition as a seafood delicacy. To find out more about its heritage and growing appeal, I took a trip down to the quayside at Teignmouth to meet local crab fisherman Rob Simmons.
Hello, you two, Rob.
Oh yeah, okay.
Busy out here?
Yeah.
So we've got crab and lobster in
Yeah.
here. Very well known in this region for the Devon crab. I mean, it's a famous
The
thing.
taste, I would say.
Is the taste?
Oh, I think so. I think
Ah.
our crab down here has got more flavour than any other crab.
So what makes them so tasty? What makes the Devon crab special?
You get two types of meat in our crabs, not just one. They don't just eat the claws. You can go into the head of a crab and you can eat the brown meat, which a lot of people don't know, is absolutely full of omega-3.
I would love to have a go at cracking a crab.
Well, I think we could probably organise that for you.
Rob runs a local restaurant a short walk from the quay. So using a cooked crab, I'm going to be shown how to extract the meat. And there's clearly a technique to it.
We'll start like this, I'll show you. There's a little nut to pulling the legs off. This is how I got that, and it all comes out in one.
Right.
Can you see the meat
Yeah.
that's on there? This is just the start of it. Now, you do the same with the claw. You pull it backwards, and the meat
Oh, look
comes
at
out
that.
in it, like
That's
that.
a good bit of crab meat
It's
there,
a
isn't it?
good bit of crab meat, that is. I'm going to let you have a go in a sec.
Okay.
So, I'll let you have a go. If you want to do one at a time,
There,
that's
we
it.
get some sinews there.
yeah. And we'll try
Okay.
the claw as well.
The claw's
Okay?
the same principle.
Same principle. Take it back. That's
Oh,
it.
look at that.
That's it. That's lovely.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
And there's sinews on that as well.
Yeah. It's a good bit of meat there. There we go.
At this stage, would you just like to try a bit? do you think?
I would love to.
Just try a little bit.
Let's try a little bit of this. That's delicious.
But apparently it's the brown meat that's the tastiest part of the crab, and this is found in the main cavity of the shell and is valued as a delicacy in many parts of the world.
What we would do now is you'd mix that with that.
Okay.
Do you want to try
Let's
it?
do
or
that.
Shall we?
Yeah.
It doesn't look attractive at the moment, but it will look better in a minute, I promise you. And this one now, you'll have to try and give me your honest opinion of
Okay.
what you think. And I won't be offended if you don't like it mixed. If you don't like the look of it, but, you know, that's...
Oh,
this
it
is,
looks as if it's like got some mayonnaise or something in it. Doesn't smell of anything. It's actually really nice.
do you prefer that or not the truth? Or do you prefer the white meat?
Yeah, I prefer this.
You do, yeah, I prefer that.
That was absolutely delicious and a real experience. I've learnt so much, and it's tasty too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
It's been wonderful to see a traditional industry thriving out here in Devon. But right now it's time for me to get back to Janet to see if any of our properties have grabbed her. We've picked a lovely spot here, haven't we? It's gorgeous.
Yeah, very peaceful, very relaxing.
This is what it's all about, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
We saw 3 very different properties, didn't we? And we started with that huge house, 5 bedrooms. Was it too big for you?
A lot bigger than I thought I was going to be able to get in this part of the country. So I could really see sort of lovely big family gatherings there, and I could see you getting lost in it because it was sort of like a little maze and you could just go everywhere and it was beautiful.
Now, Jo, you were brought along as the sort of voice of reason.
Yep.
What were your feelings about that property?
I loved the property. I thought it had lots of potential. I liked the idea of it having the potential to have a small holiday let. I thought it was just beautiful.
It did leave you money to kind of convert that garage into a holiday let. How are you feeling about that sort of decision now?
I think it's probably quite a contender actually because of that, and I think because it has got that potential.
The second property offered something very different. An up and running business, and the house, well, you'd have to do a bit of work on it.
It was all about the business with that one, and the house was not quite what I would have had in mind.
No, I definitely didn't feel that you thought it was the right house.
I thought, don't know, don't think that this is really quite Janet.
But the mood definitely changed when you saw the potential with the business.
It was a lovely holiday let, and we could see the potential and the sense really in having a property like that.
It was just whether I was willing to compromise on the house for the sake of the holiday let.
Yeah.
And finally, the mystery house. Now, there was no business at all with that. Very different.
Well, it definitely was the perfect, ideal chocolate box house. Yes, and picture postcard. Yes.
What did you feel about that property?
I felt home. It felt like a home, and you just, the minute you walked through the door, you felt like you were home. It was just perfect.
Have you ever had that feeling before in a house?
No, not quite so strongly as that property.
So, are you going to put an offer in on any of our houses?
I think you really set your heart on the third, haven't you?
I have, yes,
Yeah.
as long as I can figure a way to make sure I can finance it.
That's great news.
Yeah.
I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank
it would
you
be
very much.
fantastic for that to become your home.
Yes, thank you.
You will let us know how you get on, won't
I
you?
definitely will, yes. Yes, and thank you for the experience.
Well, it's been a real pleasure spending time with you, and I hope you make the move soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This week, Janet was really looking for a big change in her life, and she had a very fixed idea about what that would be. But I did have a hunch she was going to fall for that mystery house. It was the fairy tale home that she'd always dreamed of, and it didn't even come with a business, which has given Janet the opportunity to reimagine anew the vision of what her new life will be like. I'll see you next time on Escape to the Country.
dòng lưu bút sổ tay con đó hè lại về phương độ sân trường. Người này tóc đã điểm sương mà bao kỷ niệm vẫn vương trong lòng. Có những lúc ước mong trở lại cái thời rơi mái trường xưa, cùng nhau đùa nghịch sớm trưa, thương thầm nhớ trộm đón đưa cuối chiều. Cái thời mà rơi mái trường xưa, cùng nhau đùa nghịch sớm trưa. Cái thời mà rơi mái trường xưa, cùng nhau đùa nghịch sớm trưa sớm chiều. Dòng lưu bút sổ tay con đó hè lại về phương độ sân trường. Người này tóc đã điểm sương mà bao kỷ niệm vẫn vương trong lòng. Có những lúc ước mong trở lại cái thời rơi mái trường xưa, cùng nhau đùa nghịch sớm trưa, thương thầm nhớ trộm đón đưa cuối chiều. Cái thời mà rơi mái trường xưa, cùng nhau đùa nghịch sớm